Всем привет, с вами Killplug, и мы начинаем играть в Депонию, часть 2. Сейчас мы находимся в самом-самом первом окне, которое мы видим, когда заходим в эту игру, сразу после ее установки. Так, тут мы, я так понимаю, мы выбираем аудиодорожку. Это испанский, я так понимаю, да? Это какой мексиканский? Что? Немецкий. И все варианты, да? Ну, по-немецки я не очень, если честно. Ну, я так понимаю, это язык оригинала? Нет, ну, как это... Это французский, я знаю. А это что? Итальянский, вот, точно. Тут, я думаю... Еще на польском есть субтитры, на русском, на турецком. Это что? Венгерский? Немецкий, английский. Ну, давайте субтитры выберем русские. На русском языке, да? Английский язык, озвучка. Я вроде собирался немецкую делать, да? Нет, давайте английскую все-таки. Так, начинаем. Окей. Так, первым делом настройки. Громкость речи.
Through the neuronal connection of computer circuits with organic cerebral matter, I am capable of processing more than 3,000 floating point operations. Through the neuronal connection of computer circuits with all... Right. I think enough is enough. I'm an autonomous, cybernetically highly developed service unit, programmed to perform complex security tasks.
Сделаем чуть потише эффекты игры, чтобы было лучше слышно меня. Да, я эгоист. Так, по щелчку нет, не надо. Ролики в HD, да, на весь экран, да, субтитры, да, отлично. Настройки, меню, погнали. Новая игра. Да, сохранение. Нету сохранения. Новая игра. Начинаем.
Huh? What's this all about? Isn't that Ms. Hinkle's junk press?
No, that's the junk press from my trawler. You need to help me fix it.
Yeah, but it looks exactly like Ms. Hinkle's junk press from the tutorial in Part 1.
So what? Who's going to notice? Those who played Part 1 don't even need a tutorial.
Yeah, but I bet they're going to play it through anyway, because they just can't get enough of me. Count me out. I'm definitely not going to suffer through this whole tutorial thing again. I mean, it was stupid enough the first time around.
Ah, come on. A little repetition can't hurt.
Then how do you explain this blister? That is where I burned myself when I repeatedly put my hand on a hot stove.
You never learned.
Au contraire, I have a nearly photographic memory.
Do you now? So, do you remember how to use the interface in order to talk to someone?
Yes, of course.
Go ahead. Talk to me. Just point the cursor at me and left click as soon as the speech balloon icon appears.
No prompting. Talk to Bozo.
You don't have to say that aloud.
Hey, who's talking to you?
Hello there. You clicked on me.
Yeah, and I regret it already. But you see, there's nothing left here that you could teach me. You don't even know, how to look at an object.
But I already know that.
I see. And how?
I point at it with my mouse cursor and right-click when the eye icon appears.
Nonsense. That's not an eye. It's a ping-pong ball.
With a pupil?
Yeah, it's loaded.
Why would they use a loaded ping-pong ball as an icon for the action examine?
I'm about to demonstrate that using the small object lying on the ground over there by pointing the cursor at it and right-clicking as soon as the ping-pong ball appears.
I'm holding my breath.
Руфус, лишь бы поспорить.
What's that?
It's the reactor lead head.
But It was a cathode plunger in the last game.
It's the lead head, believe me. You need it to repair the press.
And how exactly am I going to do that if I can't even pick the thing up?
Sure you can pick it up. Just point at it with the mouse to make the hand icon appear. Then left click to pick it up.
Oh, no, this has to be easier. Huh? Where'd it go?
You put it in your inventory. You know, where all your items go. You pick the thing up. Now use the mouse wheel to open the inventory.
Hey, there it is.
Exactly. Now, this is your inventory.
I knew that.
Here you can view all the stuff you're lugging around. You remember how to do that, don't you?
What am I supposed to do with this?
Looks like a broken spare part.
Well, then watch me fix it.
And? Any luck combining them?
I'm working on it.
Click on one of the two items with the hand icon to attach it to
Какая
your mouse pointer.
нудьготина.
Then click on the other item to combine them.
I was just about to do that. Look here, Bozo. I fixed the part.
I won't believe that until I see it in operation.
I know. My handyman skills are really incredible. It fits.
Next you need to...
Hey, you don't have to spoon feed me. I'll manage the rest.
Whatever.
Ну, отойди уже.
When you're ready, you need to...
Hold your horses, will ya? It's just a button. I think I can manage without your help.
Rufus, don't. You're standing right under the...
Don't panic. You don't think I'd fall for the same feeble gag twice. So, what was that again? I pushed this button here, and then...
Да.
Didn't look all that feeble to me.
They came out of nowhere. With their cruisers, plasma weapons, and mechanical beards. Organized. They took our village by force. They left nothing behind but tears and devastation. They were looking for gold and Elysium, the girl that fell from the sky. And only one person was prepared to save her. He woke her up, contacted her fiancé, and took her to the lower Ascension Station, only to learn the shocking truth once he got there. Cletus, Gold's fiancé, wasn't acting out of love. He had an agreement with Ulysses, the mysterious leader of the Organon, and Argus, his right hand. They needed the Ascension codes, hidden away in Gold's brain implant, and they wanted to erase her memory. They wanted to make sure no Elysian would ever know that our world is inhabited. For their goal was terrible beyond imagination. They wanted to blow up our world. But they had failed to reckon with the One. He swapped the cartridges. And he restored Gold's memory so that she could bear the truth to Elysium. The name of this one man, this selfless hero, was Rufus. Da, 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 ba, ba, ba.
That wasn't the whole story, was it?
That was the first part. I think it's going to be a trilogy.
Sounds a bit unbelievable.
Yeah, unbelievably cool.
But if it really all happened like that, Shouldn't I be on my way to Elysium with Cletus? So what are you doing here? Where is Cletus? Why am I unable to remember any of this? And forgive me for asking, but why is there a burning saw blade stuck in the side of the ship?
Oh, that. Oh, well, I was about to get to that part. So listen up.
Слушайте, мне тоже интересно, что случилось.
You're being pathetic again about accurate bacteria in the fridge. It's getting boring, but packing bags due to dirty socks ice through to lampshades rim orders on Anodon's gone. Deny explicated, are you still not persuaded? There's cracks growing on your tympanic membrane. Remember Deponia, self-sacrifice and gosh, not to start all over again. To start all over again.
Trash. Trash. And more trash.
Isn't it adorable?
Yeah, sure. Hard to imagine I ever wanted to leave here.
Ah, Rufus. This is the lad I was telling you about.
What? Him? From what you told me, I had imagined a smart young man, not a filthy bum.
There's more to him than meets the eye. When I first met him, Rufus was still a... How shall I put this?
Just say it. I was a self-indulgent slob, but I'm steadily improving.
That's right. Right now, for example, he is helping Bozo to get the trawler shipshape.
So I am. I was going to ask you whether I can borrow your hammer.
No problem. You can take it from my toolbox over there.
Thanks, Doc. You're the best.
I still don't know, really. Something just doesn't seem right about that boy.
But Grandma Utz, whatever are you talking about?
Так. Угу. Что мы имеем? Дверь в туалет, кнопка слива, кнопка ящик с инструментами и док. Птичка, к сожалению, не можем ничего с
I
ней сделать.
just don't like it when people snoop around and invade my privacy.
But Grandma, Rufus isn't a peeping Tom.
Did he even wash his hands?
Of course he did. Rufus is very clean.
That's good. I have a very limited supply of water.
Я вот даже боюсь эту кнопку нажимать. Стоит ли? Так, что у нас тут такое? Молоток, инвертор энергии и закрыть ящик. Давайте молоток возьмем.
Didn't you tell me that he suffers from an exaggerated opinion of himself?
Упс.
Those days are over. Rufus has learned a lot. He is much more careful than before.
Rufus seems like a brutal thug to me.
Rufus? Brutal? Never.
Упс. Упс, дубль 2. Так, инвертор все-таки возьму.
Aren't you worried he might steal something?
I trust him completely.
Так, ящик закрываем. Тут у нас что? О, еще молоток. А, это все тот же.
I just hope he doesn't turn my whole house upside down.
He's just getting a hammer. How much damage could he possibly do?
Ну,
Can a
да.
person really change so much?
It's very simple. Once burned, twice shy. And Rufus has burned his fingers more than once. He has learned. I would bet the house on it.
Ну, в итоге так и будет, да. Так, с кнопка. Что за кнопка делает? Мгм, понятно. Дверь в туалет.
All I'm saying is that he seems very clumsy.
Your fears are completely groundless. Rufus has become very careful since his last adventure.
Как бы его взять-то? Корпус. Ручка, корпус. Ясно. Птичку-то надо бы забрать как-нибудь. Или что там делать с ней? Что, ручка слева, что ли?
And if he has to use the toilet, then he can do that on the trawler.
Of course, Grandma.
It's just that I have hardly any water left.
He's just getting a hammer.
Что у нас есть? Скатерть, инвертор оружия. Давайте скатертью, что ли, попробовать.
Well, I still have my doubts. That Rufus looks to me like an arsonist.
You know what they say? No doubt burns so hot that it can't be extinguished with a wet tablecloth.
But my tablecloth is as dry as a bone. You would set the whole place on fire in the blink of an eye.
Oh, Grandma, that's just a saying. No one here is going to set anything on fire.
Так, надо...
And are you sure he knows what he's doing?
Похоже,
You
эти
look to
комментарии.
me as though he's too stupid to push a button.
Appearances are deceiving. Rufus is a tinkerer, like me. He is perfectly familiar with every type of machine.
And are you sure he looked to me?
Rufus is
I'm sure
Rufus is a very clean.
he looked to me like he did.
Don't be rid.
So he's more careful.
Yes, he's finally started learning from his mistakes.
And are you look?
Rufus is
Так, ну что?
Will you promise me that he won't try to knock me out with a blunt instrument to steal my things?
Not Rufus. When I met him, he may have been a bit crude and sometimes even disrespectful. But at heart, he's a very good boy.
Наверное, сюда надо инвертор вставить, да?
If that's all true, then he must have turned himself around 180 degrees.
That's how it is. As if someone installed a power inverter in him.
And he shouldn't give John Thomas too much to drink under any circumstances.
Упс.
Well, if that's what you're worried about,
Something like that can kill a little bird.
Rufus isn't going to drown your bird by accident.
Да, конечно.
What if he suddenly blows a fuse?
Believe me, those days are over.
He would ask before he used my water supply, wouldn't he?
Absolutely.
Good. I have to get by on what I have until the end of the month.
Птичка-то целая?
Perhaps I'm worrying unnecessarily. After all, John Thomas is very good at self-defense.
Oh, Grandma Utz, as if that would be at all necessary.
Так, надо бы...
You almost have me convinced, but there is one thing that still worries me. He had better not clog my garbage disposal. The blades are so sharp. Things are always getting caught in there.
Oh, Grandma, you worry about the silliest things.
О,
If you promise me that he will be careful, then everything is all right. Just as long as nothing happens to my John Thomas.
О.
Promise.
О, блин.
Then I should apologize. I suppose your Rufus really must have improved.
Птичку жалко.
Well, what do you know? Here it is.
Have you found it at last?
Yeah, sure.
It certainly took you long enough. I hope you didn't leave a mess.
Me? No way. But enough chit-chat. Bozo's waiting.
Just relax, Rufus. It's not like anything's on fire.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Да, точно. Мгм. И ушел.
By the way, what's that funky smell? Rufus, have you gone completely off the deep end? You almost set Grandma Utz's heart on fire.
All for a good cause.
You committing suicide?
No, I'm traveling to Elysium.
But Rufus, we've been through all. Finally become reasonable.
Become reasonable? I am reasonable. And that's exactly why my plan is gonna work this time.
What plan are you talking about?
Well, what does it look like?
It looks like a madman's attempt to refute the principle of action and reaction.
Close enough.
Goodness gracious me.
As soon as I step on these bellows, the cork will hit the 3 targets one by one. In a spectacular chain reaction, this will cause the rockets to be lit and the safety rope to be cut. I have calculated everything. Just watch and learn. Oh, and keep away from the falling blade if you want to hold on to your fingers.
Окей.
Watch your fingers, Doc. As soon as the cork hits the 3rd target, the scale will trigger the guillotine.
It would be insane to believe that will work, but it would be even more insane to assume I would be safe here.
Elysium, here I come. Second, the cork will ricochet off this pan.
I seriously doubt that. On what do you base this assumption?
Well, I drew a target on it, didn't I?
Oh, heavens.
The first target opens the gas tap on the Bunsen burner, which then lights the fuse.
Isn't it more probable that the cork will simply knock over the Bunsen burner?
My design is based on science, not some nebulous probabilities.
The calculation of probabilities is an integral component of all sciences.
For you, maybe. My science is based on hearsay and inner conviction.
Да.
After the cork ricochets off the other 2 targets, it will hit exactly here. I've calculated everything precisely.
How did you calculate that?
Well, the way you calculate things. You lie down for a while, and these mathematical formulas come to you in your sleep.
Так, окей. Так, док, вали отсюда.
You'll see. I will go to Elysium.
Stop it, Rufus. The only thing you will achieve is a spectacular suicide.
Don't panic. I've calculated everything. An apology is about to be due.
Ну, док, я предупреждал.
The cork is in place and precisely oriented. Well, approximately precisely. Take a good look.
Rufus, no!
Понеслась. Упс. Вот это.
Doc. Uh-oh. Doc, that's not a good place for a nap. The Bunsen burner could boil away the water in the vase any minute. And when the scales pan goes up, it will trigger the guillotine. The fuse is already lit. Doc, are you listening? Wake up! Oh, what a bummer. Save Doc, or go to Elysium. Save Doc, or go to Elysium. Darn it! What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I think I can reach it. Oh, not quite. Must be because of the wind. And whoop! Woof! Perfect body control, as always.
Да, газ. Горелка. Док.
I could hit that with a well-aimed toss, but I just can't remember which side the glass eye is on. Very clever. I'll simply solve the problem through a process of elimination. Doc will be proud of me if he isn't decapitated in the next few seconds. I could hit that with a well-aimed toss, but that would just trigger the guillotine. And somehow, I doubt that Doc would still be in the mood for thunderous applause. It's already broken enough. Maybe I can scratch a little black powder out of there. That shouldn't affect the flight characteristics of the saw blade, should it? That tickles. With the right momentum, I could catapult the black powder into the air intake of the bellows. Easy and totally realistic. If the black powder reaches the flames, it could ignite the gas. And then... there's bound to be an interesting chain reaction, whose outcome is very difficult to predict. What am I waiting for? Oh, it worked! I saved Doc! What?
Oops.
Rufus! Rufus!
Huh? What?
You haven't answered my question. How did you get here? I just don't understand.
That's because there is nothing to understand. The whole story is nothing but one big filthy lie. Almost as filthy as Rufus, but not quite.
Cletus?
Of course it's Cletus. Why would that surprise you? I am not the one who barged in here uninvited. Well done, moron. Goal and I had reached an agreement. I was trying to keep the existence of the Deponians a secret from the Council of Elders so that Deponia could be exploded, but Goal convinced me to tell the truth. We were just about to save Deponia. The escape pod was taking us to Elysium. We're not going to make it to Elysium, and the Council of Elders will never learn about the Deponians. Bravo, Rufus. That was a stroke of genius. Don't listen to him, Goal. He's lying through his teeth.
I don't know. His version does sound pretty convincing.
Now, remember, he's lied to you before. The Goal that I know would never have let him get away with it. The part that is naive and idealistic. The Goal that I know is a fighter who will stand up for what she believes in. But there is a third part as well. And that part sides with me. Isn't that true, Goal? There is no third part. You tell him, Goal.
I just don't know. I can't remember a thing.
Of course you can't. Thanks to this Fleabag's brilliant intervention, your brain implant has been damaged. It's a habit of his. I'll fix it. Don't worry. You still don't get it, do you? We have no use for you here. If you really want to help Goal, then jump. We're directly over the ocean. No, this isn't right. Oh, come on. Do what is best for Goal. I'm what's best for Goal. No, don't! Ha! Nothing. Why? I wonder if... Uh-oh. No! Goal!
Oops.
You idiot! Goal! No! You blasted idiot!
Cletus, help me!
Hang on! Don't panic! I'll come and get you! Somehow! Do you finally realize the damage you're doing?
Cletus!
Don't panic! I'll get you! Why don't I do everyone a favor and kill you right here? I'm coming, Goal! Hang in there! Where do you think you're going? I'm on my way!
Watch out! The rope's going to break at any moment!
What are you doing? Did you really think you could get away like that? Say bye-bye, Rufus. Cletus! No!
Cletus!
Oh dear, what have I done?
Собственно...
I still can't believe he really did that.
No need to worry, really. He's just like a wombat. He often falls, but he always lands on
All the others. I know. What is that noise?
What the...
Goal?
Don't be silly. If that were gold, the next we could expect...
Rufus. Rufus. Ouch.
Ауч. Да.
Everything's ready for detonation, Bailiff. Acknowledged, Chief Blaster. Anything else? Are there no new instructions? We could start the countdown now. I appreciate your eagerness, but this is not a training maneuver. This is about destroying the zone around the Rust Red Sea before we blow up the entire planet. I see, Bailiff. Stop interrupting me. I know very well what is at stake here. Do you think I wasn't aware of all the implications? It is true. Inspector Cletus has not yet reached Elysium. We can only guess what kept him. But as long as there is still hope that he will complete his task, we need not worry. Until then, I don't want to hear about any countdowns. Do you understand? Yes, I do, Bailiff. Cletus is going to succeed. He will convince the Council of Elders that there is no sentient life on Deponia. And, if he should fail, then we shall see to it that the planet is indeed uninhabited. Dismissed. I have too many worries of my own to deal with your moral misgivings, so get out! Out, I say! Yes, sir. Where the devil is Cletus?
Вот это поворот. Ну, по крайней мере, Клитус нашелся.
Only the most epic tales feature cool depictions of saw blades crushed into cable boat walls. The attempt, though a blunt stunt, affected goals and planned, which surely can't be blamed on Rufus at all. Reckoning up the sun, the best was yet to come. The end of part one seemed a little too coarse, and to memory sent him to attend a second chance for a decent happy ending, a grand fling, dancing, booze, and so forth.
Down with booze and so forth.
Окей. Это что, плавучий черный рынок? Я так понимаю, мы на барже Боза.
I think I ought to fire my chiropractor. Doc? Huh. We seem to have docked. But where is everybody? Huh. A note from Bozo, that old pirate. Good morning, lazy bones. Doc took gold to his office. Huh. Finally someone who uses his brain. She wasn't feeling all that well. Yada, yada, yada. Blood from her ears. Blah, blah, blah. You can find me in the tavern. Tavern? Now that sounds promising. Huh, there's something else. Don't forget to go and see Doc. He needs your help. Why can't they ever manage without me?
Так, что такое мусорка и радар? Что у нас есть из инвентаря? Ничего. Давайте посмотрим на радар.
Huh. The floating black market is in the middle of the Rust Red Sea, far from the cruiser routes of the Orgonaut. That's good. can't leave here, not without gold.
А, то есть можно будет плавать, ясно. Хорошо, интересно.
I would love to claim that I don't rummage around in trash, but who am I kidding? After all, this is Deponia. Bleh, slimy. Oh, that is disgusting. No, I've had it. I simply do not belong here. Wait! What's this? Hey, that's my old anchovy bait. It's still good.
Да ладно!
No, I don't have to do that. I'm better than those Deponian trash diggers. I have to.
Ладно, все, хорошо.
Nothing beats a fresh breeze from the sea. The smell of freedom and adventure. And tar of toxic chemicals. And Tony's mother?
Shh! You're scaring the fish.
Rotten fish. Close enough. But this native presents a welcome opportunity to make use of my cosmopolitan tactfulness and my linguistic skills. Me, Rufus, where I find lab belong to Doc.
Are you talking to me, ape man? We put maps up for people like you.
Ah, you mean heroes passing through?
I mean people we prefer not to talk to.
Hey, just so you know it, I have an excellent sense of direction. I don't need your stinking maps.
So what you looking at it for?
I'm not looking. I'm just shooting it a contemptuous glance. Doc's office is in the industrial park. But where's the tavern? Ah, well, who cares? I guess I'll go see Doc first then.
Так, это что? Индустриальный район, да? Значит, можно при помощи карты путешествовать по локациям. Понятно. Поехали. А, нет, стоп. Надо вернуться.
First, I have to help Doc. Can't have the old... First, can't have the old coot grabbing all the credit for...
Ладно, потом вернемся и поговорим с этим рыбаком. А пока что, так, этот кусок видео, пожалуй, мы завершим. Увидимся через пару мгновений, если вы решите тут же посмотреть следующий. Если нет, ну, тогда до следующего раза.